In one-page war, two players square off as they try to win the war by controlling a majority of arenas. The arenas of war are land, air, sea, politics, and espionage. Each round, the active player begins by rolling the die. This number will then be added to an available space in the arena of that player's choosing. Once the active player makes their selection, the writing device is passed to the other player, who must write the same number into an available box as long as it's a different arena than the active player chose. Players hope to create powerful sets of numbers such as 3 of a kind in order to control and ultimately win that arena. Once the second player has written their number, they take the die and roll it, beginning a new round. Players will go back and forth writing numbers until all available spaces are filled in. Each arena comes with a different ability that can be used a variable number of times. Be advised that powers can only be selected by a player once they have completely filled in their side of the arena with numbers. These abilities will help players mitigate the numbers they write down, but each power can only be used a certain amount of times. For example, the power for land is armored support, and it allows the player to adjust the value of a die up or down by 1. When making use of a power, that player crosses off one of the white boxes on both sides of the sheet. Each power can only be used by players a certain amount of times between them. So if one player ticks off all the boxes before another player can use them at all, they are out of luck. Other arena powers are air raid, which allows players to replace a formerly written number with a current number. Redeployment allows players to swap numbers from 2 adjacent arenas. Allies lets you write an S in one arena, which makes a straight run of numbers the most powerful set, and stolen intel allows players to copy an enemy number from the same arena rather than writing the currently rolled number. Players go back and forth writing and changing numbers until all boxes are filled in on all sides, and then they check to see who has won each arena. Whoever has the highest set of numbers wins that arena and is one step closer to victory. A 5 of a kind beats all, and a 4 of a kind and a 3 of a kind beat all other hands below it. Next comes the straight, which beats 2 pairs, which of course beats 1 pair, and at the bottom of the bin is no set of numbers at all. After arenas have been scored, the player with the majority of arenas controlled wins the game and the war.